Today my practice will be in English for all my students here in California. I hope you enjoy it. I miss you so much. I hope we can see each other again soon. But meanwhile, this is for you. Let me know if you want more classes in English. I'm sorry that my content is mainly on Spanish. But I'm gonna be making more content for you if you want it. Thank you. Let's begin. So we're gonna go to the front of the mat. Foot open hip-wise. Tuck in your tailbone. Put your navel inside. Roll your shoulders back. Open your hands to the front. Slightly put your chin towards the chest. And find your Tadasana. Start breathing in and out. Longer and deeper than usual. Use each breath to take your mind back here, back to the present moment. Keep your mind here through the whole practice. Every time it wanders away, just bring it back with your breathing. Just use this time to deepen your connection between mind, body, and soul. Keep tucking in your tailbone, pulling your navel towards your back. Close your rib cage. Inhaling deeply. Long exhalation. Bring your hands to the hips. Keep your eyes closed if that feels good, or open them if you prefer that. Inhaling, open your chest. Take your gaze up. Eyes can be closed or open. Exhale, close your chest, close your shoulders to the front. Tuck your chin to your chest. Inhaling up and rolling your shoulders back. Keeping your tailbone tucked in. Don't put your butt out. Inhaling here. Exhaling down. One more time. Inhaling up. Open your heart. Open your shoulders. Exhaling close. Release your hands. Inhale big all the way up. Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale. Slightly bend your back. All the earth to the back. Inhale back to center. Urdhva Hastasana. Close your ribs. Tuck in your tailbone. Navel inside. And hold here. Relax your shoulders. Shoulders away from the ears. Long neck. Inhale deeply. Exhale as you rotate your palms to the front and keep rotating until you can do it anymore. And go back. Inhaling. Exhaling to the other side. The movement is like this in case you cannot see my hands. Keep doing it with the rhythm of your breath. One more deep inhalation, hands face each other. Grow, 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 grow. Go to your tippy toes. And exhale, hands to the chest, heels stay up. Bend your knees slightly. Tucking your tailbone even more. Hold here. 3, 2, 1. Drop your heels down. Take your stomach to the legs. Drop your hands to the mat. Drop your head. Soften your back. Remember that your stomach should always be touching your legs to prevent injuries and to create real flexibility from the hips. Inhaling Ardha Uttanasana. Extend your back, gaze slightly to the front. Exhaling Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Uttanasana. Try to stretch your legs a little bit more each time. Keep the movement, but keep your stomach glued to your legs. One more time, Ardha Uttanasana. And Uttanasana, stay down. You can grab the floor or hold opposite elbows and slightly bounce side to side, whatever feels best for you. Try to send your weight to the front, not to the back, so your legs are perpendicular to the mat. Inhaling, we go all the way up. Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, close in front of your face. We're going to inhale up with the right leg up. Exhale, opening to the right. Right hand goes to the back, left hand goes to the front. Breathe here for 3. Deep breaths. Tucking your tailbone, elbow inside. Try to have one shoulder behind the other. One more breath. And exhale, we're going to do warrior 3, as deep or as small as you want to. Try to have your hips parallel to the mat. And step your right leg back for a high lunge. Inhaling, hands up. Exhaling, right knee to the mat. Hold here. If you have some knee pain, take a blanket or something underneath your knee. If you have nothing accessible, you can bend your mat. Stay here. Now start walking your left foot to the front, to the point where your knee is not going to pass your heel, and send your hips down. Not very strongly because we're just getting started, just wherever it feels good. Keep breathing here softly. Take your right hand down, left hand up in a simple twist. Tucking your right toes and extend the right leg. If this is too much for you, you can keep your knee down, that's fine. One big inhale here. Exhale, taking the left hand down and walking your right leg to the front, maybe little steps, maybe one big step, and find yourself in Uttanasana, always stomach to the legs. Inhaling all the way up. Exhale, close. Inhale again with your right leg up. Hold here. And this time you can stay here, but you can extend the leg, going as high as you can. Maybe even take your hands up. We're going to stay here for 3 breaths. Navel inside, hips inside, ribs closed, shoulders relaxed. If this is too much, bend your knee and make it higher. And 3, allow your right leg to step to the front. Left foot can go slightly back. Take to the front for pyramid posture or Parsvottanasana. It's a little bit easier if you open slightly your back leg to 45 degrees. Choose what works for you. Take your hands again to your hips. Open your chest. Try to take your elbows together. Inhaling up. Open your chest and extend. Use this opportunity to square your hips to the front, sending the left hip forward, right hip back. Grow from the rib cage up. Extend your neck, shoulders away from the ears. And exhale, take your chest parallel to the mat. Maybe you need to readjust your hips, or maybe readjust your legs. Find what works for you. Both legs stretch, but be careful with hyperextension. Send that right hip back. Left hip forward. Extend your back. Take your hands to the chest for 2 more breaths. Push your hips back. Crown of the head forward, long spine. Inhale deeply. Exhale, hands to the mat. Try to bend over your right leg. If this is too much, grab a pair of blocks underneath your hands. And step your left leg forward. Uttanasana. Inhaling all the way up. Exhale, close, find your center, find your energy again. Prepare for the other side. Make sure you have good balance in your right foot. Breathe deeply, bring your mind back. Tuck in your tailbone, take your navel inside, close your ribs, scoop everything in, long back. And as you inhale, bring your left knee up, hands up. Exhale, sending the right hand forward, left hand back. Maybe even taking your gaze with the left hand right here. Now take your butt out, butt in, navel in. Inhale, coming back. Exhale, hands to the chest. Baby warrior three. Or maybe a deep one. Whatever you did on the other side is good. Hold here. There's a line between your left heel and your head. So respect that line. Either you go deeper or less. Find that line. Right here, wherever you are. And exhale, stepping your left leg back for a high lunge. Inhaling up. Square your hips to the front, bend your right knee, and drop your left knee down to a blanket or straight to the mat. Walk your right leg forward. Find a place to open your hip without your knee passing your heel. And breathe here. Push towards your hips, tucking in your tailbone. Relax your shoulders away from the ears, straight arms, straight fingers. Inhale deeply here. And as you exhale, bring your left hand down, right hand stays up in this simple twist. Breathe here. Try to twist from the navel, one shoulder on top of the other. Strong left hand pushing you up. Don't collapse on the left side. Now tuck in your left toes and extend the leg. That's optional, but if you feel like doing it, go ahead. Open your chest even more. Relax your face. Deepen your inhalations and exhalations. Inhaling here. Exhaling, bring both hands to the front. And one big step or several small ones until you reach the front in Uttanasana. Send the weight to the hands so you can have your butt of your heels, making a bigger and better extension for the hamstrings. And inhale all the way up. Exhale, close. Inhaling up with the left knee up. Holding here, or maybe stretching your legs. Choose what works for you. Hold here for 3 breaths. Tuck in your tailbone, navel inside. Close your ribs, scoop everything in, long torso. One more deep breath. And then step your left leg to the front for a pyramid posture or Parsvottanasana. You don't need to adjust as much as I do it for the camera. And send your hips to the front, left hip back, right hip forward, legs extended, grow, hands to the waist, elbows towards the back, opening the chest, extending, extending, extending from the ribs up, long neck, shoulders down. Breathe here. Legs are extended, but be careful of hyperextending the knee, which can happen if you're too flexible. So be mindful of that to avoid injuries. One more deep breath. And then exhale, going to the front. Try to have your chest parallel to the mat. Rolling as long as you can, sending your tailbone back, crown of the head forward. Breathe here. Long neck. Elbows are trying to touch each other behind the back. Legs are stretched. Feet are well put on the mat. You're grabbing the mat with your toes. Inhale deeply here. Exhale, hands to the floor. Bend over your left leg. If this is too much, grab a pair of blocks to give you some extra height. And breathe here wherever you are. Remember to practice with your conscience, not with your ego. You're very wise when you let the ego go. So know which moves work for you. Know how deep you want to make the moves. Inhale here. Exhale, stepping the right leg to the front. Finding your Uttanasana. Opening your feet as wide as the mat. Taking your toes slightly to the outside and sitting back in Malasana, hands to the chest. We are here in Malasana. If this is too much for you, you can grab 2 blocks and sit on the blocks to protect your knees while you get enough flexibility for your ankles. It's going to happen eventually. You don't have to stress your legs. Wherever you are, try to elongate your back. Push your sit bones down. Trying to have your spine as perpendicular to the floor as you can. Breathe here. You can have your hands on the chest. You can keep your hands down if that's easiest. Just breathe. Bring your hands down. Extend your legs, trying to keep the hands down on the mat or on a pair of blocks. And now send your weight to the front. Extending your hamstrings, trying to point your butt to the ceiling. Now keep your left hand in the middle. It can go on top of a block if it's hard to reach the floor. Bend your left knee and open your right arm up. Trying to open your chest as much as possible. Trying to have the right shoulder on top of the left shoulder. And maybe if that's possible, extend your left leg too. Breathe as soft as you can, even in a twisting position. Bring your right hand down, bend your right knee, and bring the left hand up, twisting in the opposite direction. Remember that this hand can be on a block to make it easier for you. And maybe extend the right leg. If it's too much for your neck, take your gaze down. Whatever feels good. Both hands down to the mat. Open your legs slightly more. Rotate your left toes towards the front of the mat. Hands to the front. And we're in the beginning of a warrior one position since we never move the right foot. So check that your left heel is aligned with your right foot. Throw your hips to the front and inhaling up for warrior one, Virabhadrasana 1. Tucking your tailbone, bend your left knee. Push the outer edge of your right foot to the outside. Shoulders down, long neck. Close your ribs, navel inside. And that's everything that goes in a warrior. Also quiet your mind. Inhale deeply. Exhale in warrior 2. Hips and shoulders aligned in a square. Hands parallel to the mat. Bring your left elbow to the left knee, extending your right arm over to make a diagonal line in Parshvakonasana. Extended side angle posture. Hold here for 3. Bring your right hand down to the mat. Repeating the twisting that we did in the beginning. Hold. Don't collapse on your right arm. Push long. Long leg, long arms. Open your chest. Right knee goes to the mat. Both hands to the front. And we're going to extend the left leg in half a split or half Hanumanasana. Breathe here. First, we're going to do it with the toes up. So you notice the difference in the movements. Long back, chest out, chin up. Embrace the sensation and run away from the sensation. This is how you connect with your body. This is how you understand. Inhale deeply and exhale, putting your whole feet on the mat. Your hands can go to blocks if this is too hard, but try not to arch the back. Try to keep a long back. Take your left leg back, nice job. Hands to the mat. Tabletop position. Make sure your hands are just beneath your shoulders and your knees are just beneath your hip bones. We're going to take cat and cow. Inhaling in cow. Dropping your belly down, butt up, head up. Exhaling cat. Arching your back, pushing up with your shoulders. Inhale cow. Exhale cat. One more time. Inhaling cow. Move as deep as you need to. Come back to center. We're going to practice some Ashtangasanas to strengthen the arms before going to Chaturanga. We're going to practice some Ashtangasanas before going to Chaturanga so we can warm up the arms and build a little bit of strength. If Chaturanga is not accessible to you yet, this will be a great option. So, we're going to send the weight over, bending the elbows towards the ribs, squeezing the ribs with the elbows, dropping the chest and the chin down for Ashtangasana. 8 points posture. So my toes, my knees, my chest, my hands, and my chin are on the mat. Inhale here. Exhaling push up. Inhale here. Exhale Ashtangasana. Long back. Tucking your tailbone. Don't collapse on the ground. You're holding yourself with your hands. Inhale here. Exhale up. One last time. Inhale here. Exhale, Ashtangasana. One deep inhalation here. Exhaling, scoop your legs back. Push up to baby cobra. Even if you can do a full cobra, wait here so you keep strengthening the arms. Inhale deeply. Exhaling, full cobra. Relax your butt. Relax your legs. Shoulders away from the ears. Chest out. Don't let your cobra look like this. Grow. Inhale deeply. Exhaling, child's posture. Allow yourself to relax in child's posture. This is always available for you at any point of the lesson. Try to push your butt to your heels, extending the back, dropping your chest down, extending the arms. I'm coming very late today. Our first downward facing dog. So tucking your toes, extend your legs, push your chest towards the legs. Try to drop the heels down, extending the back. Activate your shoulders. Don't let the weight go down. Weight is going up. Shoulders are activated. Long neck. Gaze towards your toes. Butt goes up. Send more weight to the legs. Hold here for 5 deep breaths. Finding and adjusting everything that you need in your Adho Mukha. Your whole hand is grabbing the mat. Arms are stretched. Shoulders are open. Armpits open. Ribs are closed. Navel inside. Rotate your hips inward. Long back, long neck. Inhale deeply here. Exhale as you walk your feet to the front towards Uttanasana. Exhale, bend over your legs. Inhaling all the way up. Urdhva-hastasana. Catch the air, catch the energy. Exhale, balance the energy. Open your feet. Maybe 5 feet apart. Preparing for Prasarita. Preparing for Prasarita Padottanasana. So walk to the back edge of your mat. Inhale deeply. Exhale. Trying to send your hips forward and then bend. Don't bend like this. Hips forward and then start bending. You can grab some blocks if the floor seems too far away. And hold here. It's very different when you go down like this because you really feel the extension on the hamstrings. And try to go as low as you can. You can walk your hands in between your feet, bend even more. Keep sending the weight forward. Let the weight of your head extend your back. Inhale, come slightly up. We're going to open the right foot now, leaving the left leg extended. Twisting our hips to the front, but leaving the left foot as it is. So we start preparing for our warrior one. If you need to close your feet more, go ahead. The wider your stand, the harder the posture is going to be. So find what works for you today. Inhaling up for warrior one. So a lot of adjustments for the warrior. Send your hips to the front. pushing especially the left hip to the front, bending your right knee more, tucking in your tailbone, stretching the back leg, closing your ribs, navel inside, long arms, shoulders down, long neck. Feel your warrior, feel your strength. Inhale, grow even more. Exhale, warrior. So open your hips, open your chest, find a square here. Arms are parallel to the mat. Long back. Gaze to the middle fingers of the right hand. Warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2. Inhaling deeply here. Exhale as you drop your right elbow to the right knee, opening your left hand in a diagonal. Drop your hips down. Extend as much as you can. Open your armpit. Now you're going to drop the left hand as you twist your back heel, bringing the right hand up into a simple twist. Some editing magic, and I change sides so you can see my front. So I'm trying to put one shoulder on top of the other, bending this knee, stretching the left leg, holding here, pushing with my left hand, grow. Now drop your left knee down, both hands to the mat, and extend your right leg, pointing your toes up, extending the back. Maybe you want a pair of blocks to give you a little bit more height. And that height is going to allow you to extend more your torso. One more deep breath here. And as you exhale, drop your toes, extending more the leg, extending more the back. Nice. Bring your right leg back. Find tabletop position again. And let's move between cat and cow while we breathe. Do it at your own rhythm. Make sure you move the spine as much as you can. One more deep breath, and then come back to center. Recognize the sensations. Let's adjust this tabletop position before going to chaturanga so we can make a better chaturanga. So hands beneath the shoulders, that's very important to protect the wrists. Push your chest up, so activating here. It's very different, the look here and here. This is our active posture. Tucking your tailbone. Extend your neck. Put your navel inside. And now it's your choice. You can extend maybe just one leg or both of them. Tucking in your tailbone, holding your plank for 5, 4, navel inside, long chest, long neck, 3, 2, 1. Drop your knees down, nice. Inhaling here. Exhale. Child's posture. You can do it deeper than me. I'm gonna stay here so the microphone doesn't sound weird. Relax your arms. Relax your shoulders. Bring your mind back to the practice. Deal with the sensations. Deal with the frustration. This is the only way to grow. And that's the meaning of having hard yoga postures. It's not about being better. It's not about showing off. It's about dealing with your inside. Another time we're gonna do chaturanga. If that's too much for you, you can do ashtangasana again. Okay. Tucking your tailbone, extend the legs. Inhale in here. Send the weight forward. Chaturanga. All the way down. Pushing up for a cobra. Inhale. Exhale. Child's posture. Inhaling up. Adho Mukha. 5 deep breaths in your Adho Mukha. Pushing your chest towards the legs. Shoulders away from the ears. Long torso, long legs. Your butt is trying to look up. Navel inside. Relax your face. Inhale deeply. Take your gaze to the middle of the hands and walk or jump to the front. Uttanasana. Elongate first, Ardha Uttanasana. And exhaling, Uttanasana, taking all the air out. Inhaling all the way up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhaling close. From here, we're gonna go down. Inhaling all the way up, extend, tucking in your tailbone. Exhaling, bend down. Inhaling, extend. Exhaling, walk or jump to a plank or tabletop. Hold your plank. Inhale here. Exhale, Chaturanga or Ashtangasana. Push to Urdhva Mukha. Or maybe just Cobra, whatever works for you. And from here, Adho Mukha. Hold your Adho Mukha. Stretch your chest, stretch your legs. Inhale deeply. And we're going to drop the right knee just in the middle of our Adho Mukha, aligning the right hand in front of the right knee, opening the hip, opening the left foot, opening the left hand for an assisted Vashisthasana, assisted side plank. Breathe deeply, one shoulder on top of the other, tucking your tailbone, open your chest. Now maybe walk your right hand slightly forward. Lift your left leg. Left hand to the hip, or maybe up. And now catch your foot behind your back. Opening your shoulder, opening your hip, opening your heart. Extend your right leg. Bring the left hand to the hip, and you're going to step the left leg to the side of your right hand, all the way to the front. Nice. Both hands inside your feet. We're going to go for lizard posture. Extending down, trying to drop your hips down. Maybe going to your forearms. Breathe here. Take this opportunity to extend your neck, pushing your shoulders back. See the difference. Allow your hips to open and extend. Inhaling, push up. We're gonna sit on the right foot, extending the left leg. So you're trying to have your right foot just in the middle of your butt to activate your energy points. If that is too much for your knee, you can just sit like this in Janu Sirsasana. So find your option, whatever works for you, wherever you are. Inhale, grow. Exhaling, bend to the front. Breathe here. Remember to bend from the hips. Don't arch your back. Long chest. Long chest, chin up. Put your hands on both sides of your foot. Push again to the front. And this is optional. You can ungrab to a standing split. If you want to make it harder, grab your ankle. Maybe put your hands up. Whatever works for you. Inhale deeply here. And step the right leg back. Left leg back to a plank or tabletop. Chaturanga. Urdhva Mukha. Adho Mukha. Breathe in your Adho Mukha. Find softness, find extension. Inhaling here. Exhaling, take your left knee in the middle. Align your left hand. Drop your right foot to the mat, making a line and open your right hand for a side Vashisthasana, side plank. But assisted version. Breathe here. Tucking your tailbone. Now walk your left hand slightly forward. Raise your right leg. You can keep the right hand up or go to your hip. Whatever feels best. Breathe here. And if you want a little bit more, catch your foot behind the back. Open your chest. Open your hips. Open your heart. Push with your left hand, don't collapse, that's going to hold you better. Now you're going to release your right leg. Right hand to the hip. We're going to send the right foot to the side of the left hand. Both hands inside. And start adjusting. To find lizard posture. So try to have as much of your left leg on the mat, the front part of the left leg on the mat. Try not to open your right knee too much. Slightly push it inward. You can stay in your hands. You can go to your forearms or even down to your chest. If you want more. But wherever you are, just find the sensation. Make sure it's an opening and extending sensation. Make sure you're not hurting yourself just to reach something that you think you should do. Yoga is all about creating a space, creating awareness. So any pinching, any forcing has no place in yoga. We do work hard, we do push to our limits, but in a very wise way. Inhale here, start coming up. And as you exhale, sit on your left foot. Since I have an injury on the left knee, I'm going to do the other version. And I'm going to do my Janu Sirsasana here. Squaring my hips to the front, extending, and exhaling, catching my right foot. Trying to extend from the hips, bending from the hips, extending my chest out, chin up. One more deep breath. And then you have the option to move towards a standing split. Of course, if your left leg is under your butt, it's way easier. Just kind of unwrap yourself in the nicest and softest way you can. So standing split, kind of playing with your balance. Nothing is too serious here. And then step your left leg back, right foot back. Last Chaturanga or Ashtangasana, Uruba Mukha. And Adho Mukha. Three deep breaths in your last Adho Mukha. Use it to extend everything you need to extend. Decompress your spine. Soften your legs. Deep breaths. Start turning the attention even more to the inside. Drop your knees down. Open them as wide as the mat. Push down to Malasana. Surrender to the practice. Surrender to the sensations. Be very grateful for the magic that's happening inside you, in your mat. We're going to finish with one strength exercise for the shoulders and the arms. So from child's posture, come up as I am. Your forearms on the mat, kind of rolling your shoulders in, kind of rolling your elbows in and then twist them out to make like a V shape with your arms. Grab your fingers. We're not going to put the head on the mat. We're going for dolphin posture. If you can already do Pincha Mayurasana in a safe way, go ahead. I'm just going to say in dolphin. So, extend your back. Push your shoulders up. Don't start here. Start here. Tucking your toes. And start walking as close to your elbows as you can. Pushing up. Head is away from the mat. Drop your heels. We're going to stay here for 5 breaths. Go ahead if you want to go to Pincha Mayurasana in a safe way. Navel inside. Maybe you can try to take one leg up and then the other. Or just to stay here with me. 2 more breaths. Keep pushing up with your elbows, don't collapse. Keep pushing your shoulders too. 1 more deep breath. And release. Child's posture. Release your hands, soften. And find a seated posture whenever you're ready. We're going to start closing. So take your feet together for Baddha Konasana. A little trick if you feel a lot of tension in your knees is either put some blocks underneath them or rotate the soles of your feet up. This is going to reduce the stress between the knee and the ankle. So whatever feels good for you. Inhale as you grow and elongate. And you can just stay here or you can bend to the front. We're trying to take the chest to the feet rather than the face. This is going to ensure that you have a longer back and that you're extending better. Inhale Inhaling, come back up. Extending your right leg. Bending your left leg a little bit more. We're going to inhale up first. Try to keep both sitting bones down. So don't raise to this side, which is what you're going to want to do. Inhaling up, pushing with your core down. And then we're going to hold 45 degrees up. Yeah, so this is, you're going to really feel this in your core, in your back. Don't forget about the right leg. It's active. Toes are pointing up. Create strength and resistance. Now inhale deeply and allow yourself to bend down. Wherever works go good for you. Feeling the extension. Releasing your leg. Start walking slowly back up. Now we're gonna rotate towards the right leg. First we're gonna grow, and maybe you're feeling enough maybe you're feeling enough here. Maybe it's hard to open here for you, so stay here. This is good. Or if you want, bend towards the leg. So your left shoulder is gonna try to go up. Try to adjust it and make it square towards your right foot. Long back, chin out, chest up. And we're going to change sides, so we're going to stretch the left, bend the right. Bring the right leg as close as you can to your left leg. And first, activate the left leg, toes pointing up. Inhaling, grow. Exhaling, 45 degrees. So we're holding with the core, also with the back, but mainly the core. So activate your core. Hold here, you can do it. Long arms, shoulders down, long neck. Inhale deeply here. Exhale, allow yourself to bend in an extended way. So don't round your back. Back is long. Chest out, chin up. Activate your left foot. Inhaling up slowly. We're going to rotate towards the left leg. So my legs are not moving. I'm moving my hips. I'm moving my torso. Maybe this is enough. You can, maybe you're feeling a deep twisting here. Stay here. If you want a little bit more, grow first. And then bend over your left leg. Come back up. Extend your back as much as you can. And slowly come back up. Open both legs this time. Try to open them as much as it feels good to you. Slightly rotate your toes back, and maybe that's enough. Because this kind of rotation is really strong on the hips and on the legs. So I prefer you being here than trying to bend and twisting your legs to the inside. So work on that outside rotation first, and maybe stay here. If you can do both, then legs open, and if it's possible, start walking down. But don't close your feet. Feet are open, and you're trying to drop pubic bone first, then your navel, then the chest. So work until it feels good. If you do this version, you will feel a lot of sensation in the hips, which is good. That's what we're working on, rotating the legs inside the hip sockets. That's what hip flexibility really is. So it's a very good sensation. Make sure it's not pain. It's intense, but nothing is pinching. I'm not getting hurt. Two more deep breaths wherever you are. Push through the sensation. Release with your breathing. Don't try to run away from difficult situations, because that's when you grow, that's when you learn, that's when you become more flexible. And start walking back. Very carefully close your legs. Put your hands back and shake your legs side to side to release the lower back, to release the hips. Now very gently we're gonna go to our backs. Lay on your back as soft as you can. Before finding your Shavasana, you're gonna take your head with both hands, extend it, trying to elongate your cervicals. Really pull your head and then drop to the mat. Feeling that you extended your neck and extended the part in between your shoulders. Now, in the same kind of movement, raise your hips slightly and push them back, trying to send your butt towards your heels, extending the back even more. You're really gonna feel the difference. Allow your shoulders to rotate, palm facing up. And for this one, I'm gonna stay with my knees bent, kind of opening the feet to the outside of the mat and putting my knees together. But of course, you can extend your legs. Start releasing your face, your shoulders, your core, your legs, your arms. Let go of the class. Let go of the asanas, of the postures. The true meaning of your practice lays way beyond that. Way beyond how flexible or how strong you are. It's way more important. Allow your soul to speak up and let you know everything that you learned today. Very slowly start coming back. Start wiggling your fingers and your toes, bringing a little bit of movement to your body, just as if you just wake up. Allow your mind to stay calm and silent. Don't let everything rush back in. You can keep this calm, you can keep this silence. It's yours, it's created by you. As soft as you can, stretch, maybe yawn. Oh, and taking your time, find a seated posture. I hope that this practice awakens something real in you. Namaste. Thank you so much for practicing with me. Let me know if you like the class, if you want more classes in English. Follow me on YouTube and Instagram on Fer Arnaud Yoga. Thank you so much.